Hey guys, so in this video I wanted to show you how you can use modern AI image models, namely Google's Nano, which is the best-in-class AI image generation model, to create different versions of your successful meta ad campaigns or static campaigns. So obviously, depending on whatever KPI that you track, most commonly it's obviously ROAS. You want to pick the ones that are performing best, depending on those KPIs. So again, in this case, maybe ROAS. And what you then do is you pick that image. So let's actually already get started. The example brand that we're going to use here is called Straight Out of Cotton. It's basically a clothing brand, a German one, I believe. And what we want to do is we want to pick, again, the images, the static image assets that are performing best. Now, obviously, I don't have access to their data, to their meta ad library or the campaigns directly. But what I can obviously do is to pick their images from their meta ads library. And in this case, I picked this one here. And now what I can first do, maybe also to show you a few other capabilities of the software that we're using, which is called Genviral. What we can do is we can upload this image here. And what we see is the quality itself is not the best. It's a little pixelated because we, again, uploaded it from another, from the meta ads library, which is obviously compressing the quality. So if we want something that looks a little nicer, we can use the image upscaler here. And so what we can do is we can select the upscale factor, i.e. the amount of pixels that are going to be generated, and then use this image for our content generation, because again, the higher quality the image, just the more variability we have, the easier it is for the AI image model, i.e. Nano to, for example, decipher certain text, certain pixels. And so as we can now see, if I just quickly slide this, the quality is just insanely better. This looks like a fully HD picture. And so as a result, again, this is the base image that we're now gonna use. So let me just quickly refresh the page. And what I'll do now is I pick the upscaled image. I did this before. That's why I don't wonder why there are two here. And now what I want to do is I want to select Nano and select the thing that I want to do with the prompt. So what I want to do is I want to replicate this sweater here, or create a variation with this black sweater. So please turn the color of the sweater from its current bluish tone to dark pitch black. Now, the thing obviously with these image models is that it will never 100% replicate the color of the sweater. So in this case, what you want to do is most often use an input image here, or a second input image. I won't do that for now and just see how it looks like. But as we can see here, I would say, definitely got the stitching very right. Yeah, that looks pretty good, I would say. Again, this is more so just about testing different variations of your product, because we potentially know that this image is performing well, that it's nice, and what we want to do is, again, create variations of, for example, the same product. Now, secondly, what we could do is let's place. Now, again, it will use this input image here. If we want to use this image here, then we have to do that. Place the guy in front of a wall full of graffiti. Remove the belt from his right hand and the image all together, and make him lean against the wall with graffiti behind him. All right, so the thing with these models, and that's what I also want to drive home, is that the more detailed your prompt is, the better the result will be. So again, what we now do here is we explain a few aspects of the image, but it leaves a lot open for interpretation for the image model, because we just explain a few things. Put it in front of a graffiti wall, remove the belt, maybe a different pose, make him lean against the wall. But there are, on any given image, a lot of different factors that could influence that image. And again, in this case, we left it out to interpretation. Now, what Google did here, I would say, Google and Nano's Banana, is pretty darn good. So like, this looks like a proper graffiti wall. The guy still looks the same, as we can see. And again, looks like super high quality. Now, again, what I could potentially do is I could upscale this image here as well. If I wanted to, I won't do that for now, and have a more HD version of the same image. And again, what we can now see is, if we compare the colors here, literally the same colors. And the imagination is, again, in our case, is ours, in the sense that now we can place all kinds of different people in this setting. We can place this guy here. We can replace him with different things that he could wear. So now what we could potentially also do, to show you the other capabilities, now let's find maybe the oversized tees. All right, let's actually pick this one here and save this image. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna upload this image, and gonna upload this image, and now pick Nano Banana again and make the guy with the blue sweater wear the black oversized t-shirt from the other image. Remove the belt from his right hand. Make him lean against the wall as he currently does. Let's see. So the one thing that is still a little iffy with Nano Banana is its ability to combine multiple images. It is a strength of Nano Banana that it is able to combine multiple images, the model, but it isn't always very good at distilling what it is that I want from that image. And so as we can now see, it didn't do that. Again, it sometimes comes down to trial and error if we can do that. So for example, what we could do is maybe we pick this oversized t-shirt here instead. And because again, it leaves it out a little bit for interpretation, in the sense that it may think that we don't want to do anything, or it doesn't realize always that there is a second image existing. And so again, we select Nano Banana with the black oversized t-shirt from the other image. Now again, let's wait. Let's maybe do another one. Also, just for you guys to see it, Seedream 4, as I was saying, is the other model that is somehow comparative to Nano Banana, but I have to admit that Nano Banana, at least for now, is still the best when it comes to prompt adherence. And so as we can see now, what we can do is, it did get the t-shirt right, but it also made him continue wear the stuff. So here we can see, this is the CG model now that I've shown. It looks better, but what you can see is that it doesn't always get everything right. So the color tones, in my opinion, don't look always as good, because what it now does is it takes the color tone here from this image, the lighting and everything, and adopts it to this image, and it doesn't necessarily look as natural as the Nano Banana output. However, it's much better, as we can see, at combining those two different images. And so as a result, as you can see, it really depends on the image model that you use. Is a lot of trial and error. That's why I wanted to do it as unedited as possible, so that you can see the outcomes. Now, what we could potentially do is, we have either this image. If we're happy with that, we can also leave it at that. I would say this is actually a pretty damn good image, to be honest. But just to show you the other opportunity that we have, is that we now pick one of these images that are a little off. So let's maybe pick this one, and we again pick Nano Banana. Please remove the blue sweater from the guy's arms. Just show his skin. Also remove the belt from his right hand and make him put his right into his right pocket, jeans pocket. Again, we want to be as explicit as we humanly can, because the AI, as I said, does or will leave things for interpretation sometimes. And so again, a lot of trial and error. Now again, this is just the last bit that I wanted to do. You have all kinds of different opportunities, as you just saw. All right, so it didn't get it right. It did still use the sweater. So as you guys can see, a lot of trial and error. I don't want to waste too many more credits. But again, you have to use it for yourself. You have to use it in the kind of like context that is applicable to your business. Again, this is a fashion example. There's tons of other, not just in the e-commerce space, but like in the app space, SaaS space, etc., where you can, for example, also change your text, etc. And so, as a result, again, lots of trial and error, and that's what I recommend. Try and get good at prompting. That will minimize your error rate. Try and understand exactly what the model is good at and what it isn't good at. With that being said, these models, it is the worst that they'll ever be at the current moment in time. And so you can expect that a lot of these things will also be ironed out in the next coming weeks and months. And so with that being said, this is the video. This is how you can replicate your most viral meta ad campaigns using Google's Nano Banana, but also a string of other models. Again, the tool here that we use is called Genviral.io. If you have any questions, guys, do let me know in the comment section. And otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.